What's up, everybody? It's OC. As you know, we're in lockdown in this area of Central Florida, and we're self-quarantining right now. My son is down the hall there in his bed. Probably see his head sticking up there in his bed. But anyway, we are self-quarantining. We've been doing so since, I don't know, it's Sunday now. We've been doing so since Thursday night. And we're going to continue to do so until this 2-week lockdown is lifted for Orange County. The county to my north is also locked down, which is Volusia County, Florida. So we're going to sit tight and see where this thing rides out. Here's some more content for you guys to check out. We can't make a difference, but even when we're locked up in quarantine and most of my videos are being deleted and or blocked, we can still make a difference, but we must speak up. That means we have to share the videos even faster because they're getting taken down so quickly. So click like so people can see it faster, and share it so people can see it faster before it gets taken down. So good luck, everyone. Things are in the U.S. Things here in the U.S. are about to get a lot worse. I would say in about a week and a half they'll get real bad, but we'll start seeing those numbers begin to skyrocket this week. So good luck, everyone. I hope that you're taking the advice of the professionals and not the politicians, because the professionals are telling everyone to stay indoors, but the politicians are telling everyone, no, this area can be locked down, but this area doesn't, and that shit makes no sense at all. It's just going to perpetuate the cycle, and they're not slowing anything down by doing that. They would slow it down by locking everyone down. I know it sounds crazy, but if everyone was to stay at home and just be with their loved ones right now, it would slow it down. But right now, it's not going to slow it down at all. It's just going to continue to rage on through the summer. In a small rage, but then in the fall, it's going to come back even harder. So we'll see how it goes. Take care, everyone.
heard from the introduction that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations. I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. There will be a surprise outbreak. There will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
All right, now, all through this year, China has been scrutinized and criticized by the international community for detention of Muslims. But that has not deterred Xi Jinping. He now wants to rewrite the Bible and the Quran. You heard that right. China makes everything, and that includes religious texts. China publishes the highest number of copies of the Bible, and now it wants to edit them as well. Now, you could call this censorship of religious texts, you could call this meddling in religious affairs. China plans to do it. The reports say that China wants to translate religious books. Government censors will go through them, and anything undesirable, anything that does not conform to the communist ideology, believe it or not, will also be edited out of the religious texts. Now, China calls this a religious system with Chinese characteristics. Reports say that a group of 16 experts has been appointed for this purpose. That the order to edit religious texts comes straight from the top, from President Xi Jinping himself. Last year, the Chinese president had given his officials new tools to keep all religious activity under check. Now, the State Council of China had passed what they call new regulations on religious affairs. The rules came into effect last year. So what are these rules? Now, these rules give more power to the government to control religious activities. More restrictions on religious locations and even celebrations have not been spared. Government officials in China can now dictate the timing and location of religious celebrations. The online religious activity is also very tightly watched. Any donation that is more than 100,000 yuan must be reported to the authorities. In recent years, Beijing has kept a tight watch on all religious activities. Crackdowns have escalated, churches have been shut, mosques have been bulldozed, monasteries have been placed under surveillance. Although China recognizes 5 religions, the Communist Party itself is outrightly atheist. So why crack down on religion now? The truth about modern-day China is that religious observance is on the rise. The people are turning to religion. Modernization, the economic boom and consumerism tends to have that effect. It makes people seek something higher, and then they of course turn to religion. Now, it's a trend that the Communist Party does not like. It wants complete control, and it's willing to go to any extent to achieve this control. China has become intolerant towards religion, and it looks like Xi Jinping takes immense pride in introducing such measures. China wants to challenge the international rules-based order. It is questioning conventional wisdom. In the process, it is also creating new templates. And nobody, of course, is questioning China's conduct, not on colonizing smaller nations, not on human rights violations, not on curbing religious freedom. And this silence has allowed Xi Jinping to suppress the Chinese people one step at a time.
Fake remedies can sometimes be as lethal as the infection itself. Nowhere is this more evident than in Iran as of now, where 480 people lost their lives after consuming methanol. In Iranian social media, alcohol is being touted as a COVID-19 cure. Needless to say, this is absolutely false and fake information. But some in Iran have brought into this fake cure and have had to pay a heavy price. 480 people have died due to methanol poisoning and more than 2,800 have taken ill. Some of them have severe conditions like organ failure and loss of vision. Alcohol consumption is banned in Iran. It is a crime which is punishable by flogging. This has led to the growth of a massive underground market for illegal alcohol to differentiate between normal alcohol and the toxic methanol. Iran's government has asked for a coloring agent to be added to all methanol products, but most bootleggers use bleach to mask the added color and go about selling this toxic concoction to common Iranians.
متاسفانه در بعضی از استان‌هامون آمار مرگ و میر ناشی از متانولمون، مثلا در اهواز یا فارس، در استان خوزستانی استان فارس، از آمار مرگ و میر ناشی از کرونامون در واقع پیشی گرفته. در واقع خب ما با دو تا مشکل مواجه هستیم. همه دنیا یه مشکل دارن، یه اپیدمی یا یک پاندمی ناشی از کرونا ویروس رو در واقع باش مواجه هستن. ما اینجا داریم در دو جبهه می‌جنگیم. هم بایستی بیماران مسموم با الکل رو در واقع درمان بکنیم، هم بایستی با کرونا ویروس در واقع مقابله بکنیم.
That was the advisor to Iran's health minister. According to him, in 2 provinces, methanol poisoning had killed more people than coronavirus had. Iran is fighting a pandemic and an infodemic at the same time. Now look at these visuals on your screen. This 5-year-old was given alcohol by his family in the hope that it would protect him from COVID-19. The child has now lost vision in both eyes and is currently in a coma. To everyone who is watching us right now, there is only one message. Refrain from believing dubious claims on social media. Source all your information from official government agencies or international bodies like the World Health Organization.
So my mate sent me a link to this 4chan site which has got a bunch of videos, basically anything COVID-19 related. And I downloaded them and I intended to send them through to a lot of people. And I'll show you what happens when I try and send them on Messenger to anybody. So if I click send, it just gets an error loading message. Any of them. Error loading message. Like, this is bullshit. Error loading message. So in order to show you these, I'm going to actually record them to get around it, so then I can forward it on. It's fucking bullshit. So they're not telling us what's going on in China right now, but look at this. Look at the lengths that this country is going to. Sorry, there's no sound. Massive trucks dumping God knows what into the atmosphere to kill whatever the hell it is. Just look at the amount of rigs. Fuck are they? It's like fucking snow machines. Here's a video someone's obviously just filmed in the streets of China, just dead people all lined up. They reckon they've got no new cases. I don't believe them. Old mate just having a fish. Who cares? What about, 5 meters away? Enough of that shit. Another video showing these filthy maggots fucking spreading the virus. Oh, nothing wrong here. goes to show the length that they're going to fucking prevent. We're not doing this. Our country's not ready. I'm hearing that 50% of the cases in Spain's ICU right now are people under 50 years old. So, you know, this is not an old person's problem. We're all going to face. Oh, this is actually an awesome one. I'll show you this one first. This is just someone's an apartment. Yeah, nice. It's been welded. I've also seen on ABC where they are welding the building doors of apartment towers so that no one could leave. Yeah, last one.
Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump signed into law a bill of more than $2 trillion, all aimed at helping struggling Americans and lessening the pandemic's impact on the economy. It's the biggest economic stimulus package the U.S. has seen in modern history. The death toll in Italy has now surpassed 10,000. Currently, this is the highest in any country. People are dying at such a rate that cemeteries have been struggling to keep up. Six critically ill COVID-19 patients in Italy will be taken to civilian hospitals in Germany. They arrived in the country on Saturday in what Germany's defense minister calls a sign of solidarity. Spain now has more than 70,000 cases of COVID-19, and the last 24 hours have marked a new high in the daily rise in fatalities. The country saw more than 800 deaths overnight, bringing the death toll to 5,690. Nursing homes across the country have been overwhelmed, and this skating rink in Madrid has been turned into a makeshift morgue to deal with the spike in fatalities. New Orleans is usually one of the busiest cities in the U.S., but today it's deserted. It's hard to believe this is what it looked like a month ago, when people celebrated Mardi Gras. Some experts are blaming Carnival for the spike in cases in the city. Nearly 60 people have died in New Orleans from COVID-19. Joshua Tree National Park in California seems like the perfect place for a housebound person looking to take a walk in nature. But the problem is, other people had the same idea. People continued to visit the park, even with signs around the area, telling people to keep their distance.
10 or 11 a.m., cars started parking on the road out here. And they probably parked, I would say there's at least a couple hundred cars parked half a mile all the way down the road. And people in large groups walking up the road to hike in the park. Obviously, the problem of that is people in close proximity kind of defeated the purpose.
Last weekend, the governor of California announced a soft closure of state parks, blocking access to them by car to discourage people from coming. California had more than 4,700 confirmed cases of the new coronavirus as of Friday night.
Well, thanks everybody for sticking around to the end. Please click like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Also, check out my Facebook. If you haven't added me on Facebook, add me on Facebook, because a lot of the videos that I don't get a chance to edit into these videos, I share on Facebook. So check those out as well, because a lot of those are very important as well. I just don't have time to edit all of them. Everything's coming out so quickly and it's happening everywhere in the world, so it's kind of hard to keep up. So please, everyone, click like, subscribe, share, and check out Facebook. I've got the link in the description. We can make a difference, but we must speak up.